Hi and welcome to another devlog for Beach Realm, an action roguelike game with a focus on fast-paced melee combat. I am Victor and today I will share with you a new mechanic I have been working on, power-ups. My goal was to work on the roguelike aspects of the game which I believe were and still kind of are lacking even with the power-ups, and so continuing work on that is on my to-do list for future. I have started off by writing down a list of ideas for power-ups. Doing this first was very important because I needed to know what I should take into account when coding. I realized that most of them are just buffs to the player's attributes like increased movement speed, damage and so on, with some exceptions like dash bomb and mana on kill. I think that it is okay since they are the only way to increase those attributes. However, I'm absolutely planning on adding more power-ups that act more as a new ability that you can use in combat or even outside of combat. A good example is the dash bomb, which is my favorite one. Basically increases your overall damage without just modifying it and also is fun to use. With all the power-ups done, I still needed to add ways for players to get them, and so I did some sketching, trying out some designs. This resulted in two designs I liked. The first is a head on a spike. It is kind of brutal, but it fits the theme I have in mind for this game. From the world building perspective, this head contains some sort of energy or soul, and that is why it is glowing and is a place to get power-ups. I have not decided yet on the energy/soul thing, but I think it has a lot of potential to create interesting encounters with objects or living creatures being possessed by something. I just have to make sure that it makes sense for the world. You can find these heads on spikes sometimes as a reward for defeating all enemies. The second way to get power-ups is by fighting these tall overgrown rocks with holes in them that can be found after defeating 3 rooms. They behave similarly to a head on a spike with an exception that players are presented with 3 options from which they can only pick one. So if I pick this rock, the other ones are disabled. The ways you get power-ups will change, however now I am limited to this due to the map not being able to affect the generation, at least for now. Once that is sorted out, there will be randomly placed power-up tiles on the map, and so that will become the main source of power-ups you get during a run. As I was working on the game, I read in the comments under one of my videos a really great idea. They suggested adding grapple/throw mechanic, which I think is a lot of potential. So I went ahead and thought about how it would work and how I would balance something like that. I came up with this. After hitting an enemy a couple of times, he gets stunned for about 2 seconds. While he is stunned, you have the ability to grapple him. When he is grappled, you can move him around, use him as a meat shield, throw him at other enemies, etc. You can also grapple some objects and do the same thing, but you don't have the ability to place them back on the ground. At least this would apply to the objects with colliders and physics. Because while it could work, it would, in my opinion, ruin the combat, because instead of fighting you will be playing Minecraft while building walls. Plus there will be some bugs that will be just pure pain to handle. With that said, I really like the idea, so I'm excited for the next devlog where I will probably be working on implementing it. But there is a chance that instead of that I will be improving the graphics, so in that case I would leave the grapple/throw mechanic for later. That is everything for this devlog. Overall I am happy with the progress I made, but there are still some things missing like UI that shows what power-ups you currently have. As always, I updated the itch.io page with the newest version of Beach Realm, so if you are interested in trying it out and leaving me some feedback, I would be grateful. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel, bye.